Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on African Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it was sent to me by one of our dear brother, and this is the translation of that message that was sent to me. The translation reads like this. Hello, Brother Tinashe, how are you? Can you please post my own story as hidden identity? My name is Tinashe, not his real name. I am a 32-year-old migrant who is working here in South Africa, and I am living and working here in South Africa. So I came here looking for a better life, and indeed I then got this chance that I was looking for. So what happened is that when I came here to South Africa, this was in the year 2008. I don't want to lie to you. I suffered so much when I was in Messina. I still remember that I once worked for this other white man. That man, he was only giving me 13 rands a day. And then after that, I then left because this man, he used to beat me up. Like what he used to do is that he said that he was going to disable his remote control that machine that is at the gate, and he said that he does not want to waste it since I was there. So even if I'll be on my lunch break, if you will come back, if you take any time before you run to open the gate for him, then he was going to beat you up. And for you to be running, there were dogs. These dogs, they used to bite me a lot, and he had told me that I was not supposed to beat them or to do anything. Life was just tough. Then I ran away, and then I came to Johannesburg. Nothing, I did not have any experience at all, but I think that God was on my side. So when I came to Johannesburg, then I got a job and I started working. When I started working, like for a couple of years, now I was able to make ends meet, to send some money back home to support my family. Then that was when I met this other man. This man is a wealthy businessman, and he told me that he wanted me to do a piece job at his home. So he took me and he went with me to his house. Then I started cutting down this other tree. So since he did not have a home light, that machine that they use when they are cutting down trees, and I then said that there was no need. All that he had to get for me was an axe. So I started chopping down that tree, and he was really impressed by the way that I was working. And little did I know that even the wife as well was impressed by what I was doing. So then when I started working for this man, like permanently, I started working for him as a gardener. But after I had worked for him as a gardener, that was when he encouraged me, when I was returning back home, to go and get my driver's license. So I returned back home and I got my driver's license. But then my life took a complicated turn when I started having an affair with my boss's wife, whom I will call Maria, not a real name. She was beautiful, kind, and everything that I had ever dreamed of in a woman. It started with innocent conversation because she told me that her husband was into dating a lot of students that go to University of Johannesburg, and she was getting a lot of heartbreaks. So she would be joking with me, and then it quickly grew into something more. Before I knew it, me and her, we were sneaking around, meeting in secret places, and spending most of our times together whenever we could. I know it was wrong. I know that I was risking everything, my job, my life, my future. But now, after a couple of years, I can't help myself, and I suspect that the last pregnancy that she had, I think that the baby might be mine, because as for the husband, he's very light-skinned, and as for my boss's lady, she is also a little bit light-skinned, but this boy, when he came out, he does not look like me. He looks like the mother, but he looks black like me. But now what is happening is that I have fallen deeply in love with Maria. She says that she loves me too, and I am the one who is healing her heart because the husband is still going on with his cheating way. We have talked about running away together, starting a new life, but deep down, I know that it is never going to be that simple. Then a few weeks ago, something happened that shook me to my core. I had returned back home. There was an emergency. When I returned back home, before I returned back to South Africa, that was when my mom said that we need to go to a prophet. My mom, each and every time when I am returning back to South Africa, she always goes with me to a prophet so that the prophet can give me a prophecy. if things are going to work out for me when I return back to work here in South Africa. So at that time, my mom, like always, she took me to church. When we went to that church, there was another prophet, a prophet that I had never met before. The prophet then called me by my name and told me things about my life that no one else could know. He warned me that Maria's husband is an occultist, him sleeping with all the women that he is having affairs with. It is not because he wants to, but it is because it is part of his rituals. A man who has made a covenant for wealth and power. The prophet has given me a warning. The prophet has told me that I need to end the affair with my madam boss because I am putting myself in grave danger, so much that I can even lose my life. And I have heard rumors about my boss before. I have been told that my boss, he is involved in things that are beyond normal business dealings, and he is a powerful man who is feared by many. And I have seen that he is that type of a man who does not smile, who does not do anything. But when I heard it from the prophet, and this made it all too real. So me and my mother and my family, we then sat down. So some of my family members, they have said that I should walk away. But to be honest with you, this woman, she is not only taking care of me. That is why I have come here on your platform, because I want your listeners to advise me. This woman, she is also taking care of my other relatives that are in Zim. And that is why we had that debate with my relatives. What should we do? Because the moment that I end things with Maria, then it means that I won't be benefiting anything financially from her, and I cannot lose her because I am torn between my love for her and my desperation. This woman, she gives me more money on top of the money that her husband is giving me, but I know that at the same time, when I am continuing sleeping with her, because when I returned back to South Africa, she was like, I have been missing you a lot. So we slept together, but each and every time when I was sleeping with her, it did not feel as nice as it used to, because I know that right now, each and every time when I am with her, it's like I am signing my own death sentence by continuing this affair. She does not know that I have been told that her husband has some tokologies, that I have received a warning, and I do not have the heart to tell her. You know, women that have money, like, they really do not care. This woman, I have seen her being angry with me, sending me somewhere, then I do not pick up her call in time, then she will threaten to end the relationship. She knows that for my family to have a good life in Zim, it is because of her. That is the power that she has in this relationship. She is my escape, Brother Nashi, from being a poor migrant in this country. She makes me feel alive in ways that I never thought to be possible. I can't imagine my life without her financial support. Every time that I am with her, I push the prophet